Hello everyone, I invite you to every Wednesday review of the leading cryptocurrencies. Let's start by checking the current situation on BTC, taking into account the one-day interval. As we can see, the price has broken the downtrend lines. What's more, we can mark the cap and handle pattern here. As you can see, the formation begins with an increase and the formation of the first round. We have now returned to the level before the price fell, and now we should watch whether the price will form a second, but this time smaller round. The formation built in this way is characterized by the exit of the price upwards. Let's move on to marking the support areas for the price in the event of a deepening correction. As we can see, after stretching the fib retracement mesh, we have the first support at $20,197, the second at $19,281, the third at $18,588, and the fourth at $17,828. Looking the other way, it is immediately clear that the price must first break through and then positively test the resistance zone from $20,935 to $21,471. Only then will the way open towards the strong resistance at $25,182. As we can see, the CHOP index indicates that the energy was used for an upward move and we are currently starting to recover it. The MACD confirms the ongoing uptrend, while the RSI shows a small rebound due to the current correction. When we look at the EMA cross 10 and 30, we can see that despite the correction, nothing has changed so far and they indicate an upward trend. The second in today's statement is the ETH chart. This time we will check the formed formation that is clearly visible on the 1-hour interval. As we can see in the chart, a formation called the rising wedge has formed. The marked move is characterized by 4 attempts to take the direction, but usually with a failed 5th attempt, you can observe a lower exit from the formation. In such a situation, we can use the situation to play the position and treat the area in the formation as the entry point for short positions, with the stop loss, in this situation at $1,619, while the target that can be taken into account is around $1,510. As we can see, the price went down as planned, and what's more, it fell lower than the previously marked target. Now it is worth zooming out of the chart to determine the next levels when the price starts to fall further. And as you can see, the second is at $1,445, the third at $1,394, and the fourth at $1,343. As for the resistances that ETH has to overcome in the case of increases, we see that the important level is $1,677. Only when it manages to overcome it and then positively test the price will have an open way further. On the CHOP index, we can see that the energy is starting to rebound. The MACD confirms the uptrend, while the RSI is rebounding, but we are still above the upper limit of the range, which may indicate that the correction will be deepened. The third in today's statement, we have the XRP to USDT chart on a one-day time frame. As we can see, we are just below the downtrend line, which XRP is clearly trying to break. What's more, we can see a rounding bottom formation formed, which after positive resistance testing is characterized by an upward exit. In this situation, we need to positively test resistance at 39 cents. Then we can see resistance at 43 cents, then a strong resistance zone from 46 cents up to 50 cents. However, if it happens that the price does not follow the formation and our expectations, we can observe a correction in this situation. We have the first support at 38 cents, the second at 37 cents, and then the support zone from 0.35 to 34 cents. On the volume, we can see a definite advantage on the buyer's side, which is positive news for us. The CHOP index indicates that the energy is starting to gather strength. The MACD confirms the uptrend, but the RSI is moving at the upper end of the range, which may indicate a moment of rebound before further growth. As the last in today's review, we will check how the LTC to USDT looks like, taking into account the one-day time frame. As you can see, the price has been moving in the uptrend channel for a long time, but currently we can see that we are on the verge of exiting the downtrend channel. In such a situation, it is worth marking the places of support for the price, and here we see that the first support has been broken, the second is at $80, the third is at $76, and the fourth is at $72.50. Looking the other way, we see that the first resistance is again at $85, while once the price breaks it, the next significant resistance is at $100. Please also look at the CHOP index, which indicates that the energy is slowly starting to grow. The MACD is close to indicating a downward trend, and the RSI has a rebound after almost a month's increase. Technical analysis is provided by a third party, and for informational purposes only. It does not reflect the views of CryptoDaily, nor is it intended to be used as legal, tax, investment, or financial advice.